Hey folks, I finally come across another Orangewood guitar, and this is one of the Rey Grand Auditorium Spruce top. I think they sell this for $135 free shipping on their website. So it's nice to come across this. It feels like a solid guitar. I mean, it really is light for a laminate instrument. That's the first thing I noticed. Second, it's got this lovely satin finish on it with the sapele back, rosewood fretboard. Well, there's the Orangewood headstock. Excuse me. You remember some time ago I bought the Oliver, the Cedar Oliver, which I did eventually move on, and that one came to me well set up. This one I actually bought as a blem, not from Orangewood, from another seller, and when I got it I was quite surprised with how poor the setup was. The fret ends were really bad, the action was bad, and it's puzzling because this obviously was returned. Somebody bought it directly from Orangewood, and they do specify on their website that they set everything up in California before it's shipped out. Everything gets a personal setup. So either one of two things happened. Either they missed one and didn't set it up very well, or the person that got this let it dry out, and the fretboard dried out and the fret ends started to protrude, and maybe the belly sank, which raised the action. So yeah, I'd like to think it's the second option. I'd like to think Orangewood does a setup, but I've read on some of the comments that some people found that their setups were excellent, and there are a few that found that maybe they didn't set them up as well as they said they did. So I'm not sure which is true. But anyway, what I can say is this is a hell of a 135 guitar. It really is. Even though it's laminate top, this thing actually sounds as good as bass responsive as probably 2 or 3 of the solid tops that I'm selling. It sounds as good. So the old argument comes back that we've had a few times is solid top versus laminate top is not always a slam dunk, is it? It's not always cut and dried. You can get a solid top that's too thick, that's graduated too thickly and is dull, and you can get a laminate top that is quite lively. So you know, it's not as simplistic as one being automatically better than the other. I think these, and I've never had a spruce top from Orangewood. I've only ever had the cedar, and I've seen a mahogany one as well. I've never had a spruce top. These are actually pretty lively sounding instruments, and if somebody were playing this and I weren't close up, I would automatically assume it was a solid top. So that's about the greatest compliment I can pay for it. Pay to it. It does have slightly uneven grain. I don't know if you can see that. It's not the tightest or cleanest grain I've seen, but it certainly sounds good. And as bad as the setup was, it only took me about literally half an hour to put it right, so it wasn't anything too critical. And of course Orangewood ships with these lovely bags, so it really is a great deal. I can't really think offhand of a guitar that costs this little, that sounds this good, that comes with this nice of a bag, and it probably came originally with other goodies as well, like a capo and picks and stuff. So they put together nice little packages. I like the way they do the headstock on these with the rosewood facing, the design, standard tuners, herringbone style rosette, white binding, purfled edges, nice cutaway guitar. So Orangewood continues to get the plaudits, even though we have a question about do they really do a final setup before shipping out. That still needs to be answered, but their value is top notch, I have to say. So here is the Grand Auditorium Rey model Spruce by Orangewood. See you next time.